Said on one of those words until you said that last word, loyalty. Loyalty. I am a very honest man, and I would appreciate it if I appreciate it if my partner is very honest with me, because you know what I'm saying. I'll give you respect. I want you to give me the same respect back.
I want loyalty. With her loyalty, I can achieve all those other things.
I would say. Number one, beauty, only because I have to be attracted to you for the conversation to even initiate.
Loyalty would be number one.
I would say personality.
Personality. I think if you have the right personality, you can get all those things.
So from, starting from the past, I would say it would have been the loyalty. Loyalty was deep for me because I was a very honest person, and I looked for that in a woman, and she may not have been the best looker, but I knew it was me and her all the way. And then as I got older and went through some experiences, start kind of fading towards the looks, and I'm looking for, alright, what look nice now? Because I already know I done been through cheating. I mean, I want a nice looking girl. I ain't worried about her cheating. She's probably gonna cheat anyway. It's a little deeper than that now. I know beauty is skin deep, so I definitely look in the heart of a person. Today, I think it's more with their personality.
It's hard to say. It would be between beauty and brains. Because like I say, you kind of need those to be equal. Because like I said, think about it. If I say the most right answer, ain't no right answer, it's all a personal opinion. But if I say the most quote unquote right answer, which would be brains, because people be superficial, a lot of people with that. So if I would say brains, okay, yeah, that all sound really good, but to be real with yourself, a person can be the smartest thing in the doggone world, and have all the brain and common sense in the world, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, you still want somebody that looks good on your side. When you go out to eat, when you lay down next to her at night, you still want to look at something at least half of eye candy thing. You ain't got to be the best thing smoking, but you want to at least, you want to at least look at something halfway decent at least, though. I'm sorry, I mean, like I said, that just is what it is. Nobody goes and want to look at somebody ugly. I don't care how smart you is. And at the same token, you can have the most beautiful girl in the world, or a girl that ain't that beautiful, but you don't want no deed back. I don't care how pretty she is, it's just a hairhead. After so long, you really like this dumb bitch. Oh my God, she get on my nerves. She is like stupid. I gotta explain everything. She can't figure shit out. Yeah, so I guess I'm sorry, they gotta be pretty much equal.
Personality, just basically, like you said, you want to be to deal with the person that you're with. Looks and all that stuff, that eventually go away eventually.
Oh my gosh, that's okay. Third.
Personality, for all the reasons that they said, really, you just got to be able to deal with the person. They can look good. They can be halfway decent. I mean, they ain't got to be a 9. They can be a 7 or 8. But if the personality is a 2,
that's still up there.
I mean, that's right. I mean, they can say 3. They can be a 5. Honestly, if their personality is a 10, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you get along with them. They make you laugh. You have fun with them. All of that type of stuff.
I say loyalty, because I think if your real objective is to have someone to go through life with, if they have all those other things and they don't have loyalty, then you're taking a risk.
Okay.
It could be gone at any moment.
I think the interesting thing about this question is it seems to be divided based on. No, it doesn't. I was going to say age, because of the younger ones, a lot of them picked loyalty. And then as they got older, it ended up being personality. And Beauty fell somewhere in the middle. So I think that the most interesting thing, maybe, even though he put it a little crassly or crass, was one man who said, you know, you kind of got to have a balance. I know we told him to pick one, but you got to kind of have a balance because you don't want a dumb one, a ding bag that he has to explain everything to.
Right. Yeah, I think what was really interesting was that just seeing how even one interviewee's response was, when I was younger, I thought this way, and this is kind of echoing what you said, but, you know, experiences and wisdom and age helped me to grow to value this more. And I think it's interesting how those things kind of shape what's really important in a guy, and when he's what's really important to a guy in terms of what he's looking for in a mate. But the truth of the matter is, though, really, I think if they all were honest, beauty would be right there at the top. I really think so. Because a guy would say that he wants somebody with a stellar personality, or somebody who is really intelligent, or who, you know, is successful. But the reality is, at the end of the day, and one of the gentlemen said this, at the end of the day, you want to have somebody that you don't look at and vomit. Okay.
I guess.
You know, and what is the initial thing that attracts you? It's what they look like. Right. You don't look at somebody and go, ooh, they are so smart, or they have such a great personality. So really, at the end of the day,
people look at me and say that, though. They do. They can look at me and tell, wow, she's probably real smart, or oh, I like her personality, and then she's
before they know you,
then they be like, oh, she's a dime on top of it. So you can look at it. Oh my gosh! So you can look at some people and tell they were just smart.
I think I figured that.
She said we. It's just probably just a small group.
It's not a lot of us.
Select few.
It's not a lot of us, but. You know, you have some people say, oh, they're laughing hyenas. And then you say, you know, you look at some and say, they're more like Mufasa, and then you got the hyenas.
You Mufasa?
She's
Scar.
Right. If you come back,
we'll kill you.
So, yeah.
That's personality. Go ahead. Oh, no, go ahead.
No, what I was going to say, to piggyback off of what both of you said, and what was very interesting is that the oldest person that we interviewed said loyalty. It was like it kind of came back full circle. And the youngest person that was 18 said loyalty. And someone who was in the middle said when he was young, it was loyalty. Kind of like when love is pure. You know, when it's fresh, when it's pure, when they're young, it's loyalty. And they go through all these phases. And what I thought was kind of sad is that he ended up saying after that he went to beauty because regardless she's going to cheat on him.
That's what he said.
And then it's like when we got back, like I said, it just kind of came full circle. The very oldest, once again, after probably going through all of these feelings, kind of came back to loyalty again in the end.
Wow.
But you can have it all.
So the next question we posed to our interviewees was, in the event that someone stepped outside of the relationship or the marriage, which partner would be more likely to forgive more readily, the male or the female? And then we added a scenario to that question and asked of our interviewees, if the female stepped outside of the relationship with the male's close friend or best friend, who would the male more likely be inclined to cut ties with, the female or the friend? And then we posed the same question, reversing roles. And here's what we got.
A bunch of them.
Oh.
If your wife or girlfriend cheated with your best friend?
A female is more than likely going to forgive a lot faster Why is that? Than a male will. It's just something that on the guy side, he is a little bit different than somebody else being up inside where I consider mine. The way to kind of put it for me mentally is when I'm external, she's internal. Okay? And because of that, I don't want nothing up inside mine. Nonetheless, my best friend. Now me, I'm discarding both of them.
Oh, really? You don't hold the best friend?
No, I don't want nothing to do with none of them, because he's not a true friend to me if he knew this was my woman and you ganged up on mine. Now, you did show me I had a weak side. I had a weak point somewhere. If you was able to get up into something that I was working with, then I got a weak point somewhere. So I'm going to find that weak spot. But I don't need you any longer in my circle, because if you do it again, it may not come out too good.
Part of the question is, who do you think is more likely to forgive a cheating mate, the male or the female?
Definitely the female.
Alright, why do you think that is?
Well, first of all, females are much more emotional, and they are more, females in general are just more dependent on males than males are dependent on. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, but basically females are just more, or probably more forgiving than males are.
Okay.
So, probably gonna cut ties with the best friend.
Okay.
Yeah, like she needs her man for some odd reason. Like, I don't understand. Like, but never mind, I ain't gonna go on all that. With the male, you already know he gonna cut off the girl.
They're prone to deal with emotions, I believe. They can deal with it a lot easier.
Say it louder. They're prone to deal with what?
They're prone to deal with emotions a lot easier than we are. The slight image of our girl in our head, the slight image of that in our head with another man, it creates anger, and men is built with angry emotions. We're ready. It makes us show aggression, whereas a woman can feel the sorrow of a man and feel to forgive the boy first, just because more than likely this was my boy before it was my girl. So me and him have a past, and you know, to be honest, like, in order for me to solve the whole issue, it's gonna have to start with him and solving that issue, because I wouldn't be able to forgive her without knowing that there's no passion or compassion between them two from him. That's tough. You know, that being my boy, meaning that I'm gonna be in touch with this guy and have to remember that every time. I don't know if I could truly forgive her.
Male, you already know he gonna cut off the girl. He gonna cut off the girl because you know what I'm saying? Oh, that, and plus he ain't gonna cut off his homie. You know what I'm saying? For being a homie. He ain't gonna cut off his dude for being a dude. You know what I'm saying? He knows how it is to be a guy. You know what I'm saying? Girls don't know how it is to be guys. You know what I'm saying?
Sadly, I do.
You do? You know what I'm saying, for real?
I think so, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I ain't saying everything is gonna be the same with the friend, but I don't think she's gonna want to lose her friend, her best friend, over a girl. You know what I'm saying? Even no matter how much she loves the girl, I'll never cut off a best friend for my girl.
But a woman would cut off her best friend for the man.
Right, but not because the man asked her to.
Right.
Just because that's how she really don't. Maybe it's just girls. That's my explanation for everything. It's girls. That's how y'all minds work. I don't know why.